Bravery is not the absence of fear. It is what you do in the face of that fear. Ladies and gentlemen, today I will be presenting the need for America's finest to have protection. Not protection from bullets or anything that they usually do on a daily basis that is physical. I'm talking about the protection that offers transparency and truth and light to things. I would like to present America's finest to have webcams, to have body webcams. I want to make it my personal goal today that by the end of this speech you either agree with me or you fully understand all of my points and can see very clearly my evidence behind it. You may not have to agree with me, but my evidence will be pure. My three main points today will be: why is there a need for body cameras and police officers? What effects do the cameras have on both police and public relations? And what the police officers themselves think about using body cameras. First off, let's go ahead and start with Chicago. In Chicago, there were more than $113 million spent on lawsuits. Alright, that is a crazy amount of money, and according to Chicago.cbslocal.com, $20.3 million of that money was in the first 8 weeks of 2018. Can you believe that? Luckily, Texas.edu might have a solution to their problem. Quote, if body cameras became standard across the nation, some of these cases will be dismissed or go uncharged. Then when the video fails to support the officer's account. Others will end with a quick guilty plea because the footage will constitute overwhelming evidence. Either way, taxpayers will be spared the substantial cost to going to trial. On the flip side to that argument for more cameras, you might think, well, cameras cost a lot too. And you would be absolutely right. They do cost a lot. They cost $400 to $1,000, and then after that they cost about $100 per camera per month. Alright, it is crazy. So, there are approximately 11,954 officers in Chicago according to thegoverning.com. And let's get each of them a fancy camera about $1,000. That would go to about $11,954,000, and the cost of data storage would be about $1 million. But still, after all of that is done and after you've completely paid for all the cameras, you are saving $19 million per year unless one gets damaged, of course, which isn't that much money if you wanted to. Now, you have that savings plus you don't have any wasted time or anything, right? Now we're going to talk about how body cams influence the relationship between law enforcement and the citizens they protect. Some benefits to these are, according to NIJ.gov, which is National Institute of Justice, by the way, the potential benefits of body-worn cameras point to several potential benefits such as transparency and accountability. This means that no matter what, the camera captures the truth, and there is complete transparency of what is true. There is no lying that can be done. Increased civility, which means citizens will be more likely to obey what the officer says if it's on camera. Resolution of the truth, be it misconduct or officer deception. Basically, the people, they're going to resort to truth because it's on camera, like I said in the very first point. And also, the webcams constantly surveil the police officer, so the police officer is constantly going to make sure what he does is correct the entire time, because his supervisor is going to be watching that at night, and the supervisor is going to fire him if he does bad. Probably not to that extent, but you get what my point. You're probably thinking, what about my Fourth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution and my Washington State Privacy Right Act? Well, that is a great point. According to MRSC.org, in 2014, the Attorney General's Office issued a formal opinion including the body cam recording in private residence does not violate the Privacy Act. You hear that? Notably, however, the opinion did not address whether disclosure of body cam video recordings from private residences violates an individual's constitutional right to privacy under the Fourth Amendment or common law to privacy. So basically, the Washington State Amendment is taken care of, but there is no, people don't know, or the lawmakers don't know about how it affects the U.S. Constitution or the Washington State Constitution. So there is that drop. And lastly, what the officers, what police officers themselves think about wearing body cams. According to policeforum.com, quote, our survey found that more than 1/3 of American law enforcement agencies have already deployed WBCs or BWCs, body webcams, to some or all of their officers. Another 50% currently have plans to do so. We found that all of the officers, majority of departments, WBCs, are happy with them, and more than 85% would recommend them to other police agencies, unquote. And according to YouGov.com, 88% of Americans support the idea that webcams worn by police. And this is on both sides of the spectrum, be it Democrat, Republican, or Independent. So the people are behind that idea. I hope you have realized the need for body cams for both civilians and officer protections. How it will benefit both of them, and I hope you see both. You're able to see that both police and regular people want to have webcams. Ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to learn your rights according to the Washington State Constitution and U.S. Constitution. I encourage you to go up to a police officer, shake his hand, say thank you, pay for his coffee, pay for his dinner, anything you can do to say thank you. Heroes are made by the path they choose, not by the powers they are graced with. Thank a police officer today. Thank you.